Hey, I'm Peter.
I'm Chris.
We don't need a box, dude.
What?
I don't need to
What?
sit on one. You don't need to stand on a box. Whenever I'm here, people have to stand on boxes because I'm so tall. But you're tall enough. This is awesome. I feel like a human. I don't feel like on a different level. We're both tall. That's awesome. This is industry news.
High five for being tall.
This past weekend, several Xbox 360 games were leaked as backwards compatible on the Xbox One and were actually installable and even playable. These games include Alan Wake's American Nightmare, Tekken Tag Tournament, Halo Wars, and one of my personal favorite games of all time, Red Dead Redemption. But Microsoft has released an unobtainable update for these games that prevent you from playing them while online. And for a bit, you could play them offline. However, they fixed that, so no playing any of these games anymore on the Xbox One. So, Microsoft said the reason that they did this was because the reason they took them away was because they like to test backwards compatible games first. But I don't really believe that because Halo Reach was released as backwards compatible a little bit ago and it was not functioning well. So do you think that's a legitimate reason why they should just take these away? For me, Red Dead Redemption was working perfectly fine when I played it.
I just think it's weird in general how they have to go individually through each game and try and adapt it to new technology.
It is very weird because, I mean, these games have been out a long time and they should just work fine, but they say they have to test them even though I'm pretty sure everyone who's played the leaked games can say that they came across no problems. And I really don't see why that it could be a legitimate reason. And then another issue is how long are these going to be off? When are they going to come back? Because I want to play Red Dead Redemption, so do you think that it's going to be a long time or a short time? Because they're confirmed now, so people know they're coming.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say when because we're sort of in a dry season for game news in general, and normally we don't hit anything until about E3 later in the year. So they might just flood a whole bunch of backwards compatible games at that point. But
yeah, my hope is that they released
knows?
these earlier than they intended to since this leak came out. But maybe they'll wait for as long as they were going to wait for it. And Red Dead Redemption was actually one of the most requested games on the Xbox website to be backwards compatible. So that raised the question, you know, are these other really highly requested games going to be made backwards compatible? Do you think that's a possibility?
I think so, if just for the sake of money, because they could just easily sell more Call of Duties if they just make all those backwards compatible. Of course, there's all the BioShocks, the Batman Arkham games are really popular as well as all the Bethesda games, Skyrim, Fallout.
Well, anyways, this is kind of good and bad news at the same time because these games are confirmed now, but we don't get to play them.
On February 11th, Ubisoft posted on their blog a letter from the Assassin's Creed development team. This letter, while mainly reflecting on the release of Assassin's Creed Syndicate last fall and the upcoming Assassin's Creed movie set to release in December, came with the big announcement that there will be no Assassin's Creed game coming out in 2016. The team decided they are going to be stepping back and re-examining the Assassin's Creed franchise in order to make sure they're delivering on a promise of Assassin's Creed offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences. This certainly comes as a surprise to many fans considering how the Assassin's Creed series has been a yearly franchise since the release of Assassin's Creed 2 back in 2009. After the mixed reviews of Assassin's Creed Unity and Syndicate, this might just be what the series needs to get back on top with other AAA series. Do you think they need more time, or do you think they need new, fresh ideas, as in more developers on their team?
I don't think time was ever a problem for them because they have so many development teams all around the world. I think really they're just trying to figure out what to do next for the Assassin's Creed franchise because I think they're stuck in a pickle almost. They really don't know what to do next, I believe, and they need time not for development but to figure everything out again.
Yeah, so Ubisoft does have some games coming out this year. The Division is one of the major ones, and that has a really long development time as well.
It did, yeah.
But do you think they're going to go back to any forgotten franchises like Rayman, Shadow of Light was one?
I don't think that, but
Prince of Persia?
I think Watch Dogs is a huge possibility here because they said that they're going to come back to it. And it's almost like Watch Dogs, the first game, is almost like Assassin's Creed 1, where it's like an introduction, and then they're going to figure out how to really implement everything at a later point and make it an amazing game, which I hope they do for Watch Dogs, the next Watch Dogs game.
I really hope it's just parallel to Assassin's Creed with Watch Dogs, because the first game wasn't that great with Assassin's Creed either.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't.
And the second game
it could
was
have done more.
amazing.
The second game, yeah, is one of my favorite games ever.
But yeah, Yeah, it just really is fun to romp around through history, and I really want to experience that again, like with Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood.
Yeah, because that's a really unique thing about the series.
It's a really great thing about the series. But lately, since it's gotten more modernized, it's almost lost that charm.
Yeah, it really has. So anyways, yeah, I'm pretty sad I don't get to play Red Dead Redemption anymore on my Xbox One. I'm gonna go cry about that and play some more Halo, I guess.
But hey, you don't have to worry about any bad Assassin's Creeds coming out this year.
Yeah, because there's no Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
No Assassin's Creed are better than a bad one.
That's true.
I was Peter.
I was Chris.
This was Industry News.